Good morning, family. Who's in here with me this morning, these early hours? I'm waiting for some of the family to get on in here. I know it's early, it's very early. It's probably like 10 to 5 right now. I was trying to see if some of the family was up because I know you all are all in different parts of this world. So the time difference is huge among some of us. So I know I have some family up right about now. But you all know, family, I get my day started very, very early. I go into meditation, usually around 4. Morning, family. Good morning, JDM21. Good morning, Young Girls 3. Good morning, the famous family, Shenanigans. Good morning. Who's this? Marchandra. Good morning, T Rose. Good morning, family. I see you all coming in. I just wanted to come up here this morning, really to chit chat, say hello to the family. Good morning, beautiful beginnings. I haven't been up here in a minute, family. I have been really like doing a lot of spiritual work, in the background because everything that I do is not up here on a platform, right? Whether it be YouTube or Patreon. So I was doing some private spiritual work amongst my regular physical job. And I haven't been up here lately. And I said, let me get in here, say hi to the family, see how the family is doing. And while I'm up here, family, I'm going to ask you all to send some prayers to our sister Constance. Our sister Constance is going through something right now, family. So I want you all to put that positive energy of prayers and healing out there for her as well. In any kind of way that you all can reach out to her, send her prayers or monetary donation, anything, right? Um, please do so. Good morning, Sunflower. Good morning, Tiffany. Good morning, Phyllis. Good morning, 2020 Vision. So, family, I have been MIA, right, for a couple of days, probably a little over a week here. And I was my goal was to try to get up on one of the platforms this weekend, but it didn't happen that way, family. So I'm gonna try to get up here. If not after work today, it probably is going to be Tuesday, right? That's what I'm aiming for. I'm really aiming for Tuesday, family. The ancestors has been doing so much with me on a spiritual level, family. Is unbelievable. Hands down, family. Our ancestors are amazing. They can do some things, family. Okay. They have been working with me and just giving me these downloads, family. It's just been amazing, family. The amount of work that I've been putting in and the amount of work that the ancestors has been putting in with me, family. I'm in the middle right now of teaching some of the spiritual family some things, so I'm doing that as well, family. So I'm doing hand over hand with some. I'm teaching some sacred knowledge to others. So I'm just doing a lot, family. I haven't been able to tap in heavily with some other things that I wanted to do, but I will be getting around to that, family. Thank you, family, for those prayers for Constance. Good morning, Light. Good morning, Rena. I'm feeling sad, miss you all. I'm happy that you're up here this morning, Phyllis. So this is it's just been a lot, right, family, that I've been doing. One of the other things, family, like I said, I'm in teaching mode. So I've been teaching the family a lot of things, and there's some things I want to teach other family members, right? So I'm trying to just see how I'm going to go about doing that for on a larger scale, right? Because I know all of the sacred knowledge is not meant for the public. Okay, so that's one thing, right? Ancestors has already given me that. Is some things that we do within rituals, some things that we do within the will. That is not all for public, right? So I can't put that out on a public display. So that will be private settings that I will be doing some teachings with some of the family that I'm doing hand over hand with. So I just want you all to know that. So I'm going to be getting heavy into that with some of the spiritual family, although I've gotten heavy into it with other spiritual family who have gotten some, sacred information. Um, 2020 said, how can I be a part of it, Mama T? Well, first of all, if you're on Patreon, you're already going to be a part of a lot of things, right? That I put up there that I don't put on the public YouTube, right? Because Patreon is a more smaller platform for one, but it's some things that I don't put on either platforms, right? That I will just reach out to an individual, all the individual reach out to me. I'll teach them more one on one, right? Or sometimes 3 to 1. Okay. But yeah, so that's one way you can get a lot of information. Another thing that I wanted to speak about is I know that I utilize a lot of my volunteers, family, and I ask a lot of you all to volunteer, right? Because when you all volunteer, family, that helps me to teach the spiritual family through you all. So not only am I giving you all information for free, right? So I give you all a lot of sacred information about yourself for free, but also it allows me to utilize you as the template to teach the family. Okay. So that's one other thing. So I want to say thank you. I show a lot of gratitude to all my spiritual family that comes through here and volunteer to allow me to dissect their life publicly, talk about the things that they don't want to bring to the light, but we should. We should always bring these things to the light. But it helps, the spiritual family to grow and you to grow as well. So I want to say thank you to all my volunteers. And I also want to say I am in the middle of and I don't want to say in the middle, but I am like in those stages now of shedding light on some other things within the spiritual knowledge family. And if anybody would like to volunteer, um, please send me an email, right? Please send me an email and just tell me you'd like to volunteer. I'm actually going to do the universal will, right? On want to volunteer. Anybody who would like to volunteer. The thing is, family, I have no control over the revelation. So for those who have secrets that they don't want to part with, don't volunteer. I'm gonna ask you, please don't volunteer, right? Because you're gonna do more damage to yourself than good if you volunteer and you hold back information or lie about information, right? Because the number one thing is we supposed to be bringing things to the light. That's how we break generational curses. And when we hold on to trauma and different things like that, when we're not ready to part ways with some things, right? It hinders, it keeps us in bondage. But also, when the spotlight is on you and you're given the opportunity to give your confessions and you don't give it, um, that right there is that could potentially harm you. So I don't want anybody to volunteer who's not ready, right? Because I have no control over what the revelation is going to be. So again, I have to say that. But if anybody would like to volunteer for me to do the universal will publicly on them, please do. And at the same time, some of the spiritual family that I'm doing hand over hand with learning some things, teaching sacred knowledge, they'll be able to utilize you all as well to grow within their lessons. All right. And also the volunteer will be able to get all the sacred information about themselves that they need to receive. Okay. So the universal will is much different from what you will normally see me do, but this is a way to gain insight on every aspect of your life. So within your love life, your career, your death, um, whatever new beginnings that there's for you, anything that's going on there, right? It'll come through. So that's the way that you all can get all that information, right, family? And of course, I'm not doing that for every single body. I'm just doing it for the volunteer, and also that is helping the ones that I'm giving lessons to learn and grow. All right, family. So and there's so much more, right? Down to the different energies that you should be working with, right? And how you should be doing the shifts within your life. So it's a lot that goes on within that. All right, family. So I just want to make that be known. Okay, family. So that's one thing. So if anybody would like to do that, feel free. Feel free to just shoot me an email, and I'll just pick someone. Right. Okay, let's see what's going on. Oh, and another thing, family, I wanted to speak about is, whew, family, do you see this thing that's going on with Trump, right? Um, they try to take our ex-president out of here, family. Do you all see what's going on here? Um, I heard about this over the weekend. I haven't gotten the opportunity to really get up here. I want to say this, family, because I know a lot of you all see President Trump, ex-President Trump, but President Trump. I know you all see Mr. Trump as a threat. Okay, I know a lot of you all see him as a threat, but he is not a threat. He is not really the enemy here for us citizens. I want you all to know that. Okay, I don't care what they putting out there about Trump. One minute, everybody was out there rallying for him, and oh wow, wow, they couldn't wait, make America great again, wearing the mega hats. They was trying to kill people for not voting for him or who went against him. Now they trying to assassinate the man, right? You see how the tables turn? The thing is, Trump is not a potential threat to us citizens, family. He's a potential threat to the political party. I don't care if some of you all say that you all think that this was staged. I haven't picked up any energy that said Mr. Trump is going to stage his assassination. Why? Why? I think he's a much smarter man than that. That's for one, right? To stage your assassination, somebody shoot near your head, could have blown your head off. I don't think so, family. I truly don't think so. But I know that there's people want to take him out of here because, like again, I said he is the threat to the political party. Okay, so yeah, we have people in other places that want to take this man out of here, right? People in other places that put people up to taking this man out of here. We all see how this go, right? People get paid for this, okay? They get paid for this. They pay people to go and take people out of here. All right. We already know what's going on. I will tap into that energy as well regarding Trump. But this is what's going on, family. The real threat to the citizens, because see, that's the problem, family. We are the people. We are the citizens. See, the real threat to us is the person that's in office right now, and you all don't see that. Some of you all can't see past that, especially the Democratic people. I'm neither party. I'm not a Democratic or a Republican, right? I'm not. I'm out of that stuff. Okay, so I could just speak freely, and I'm able to view in both windows and see the good and bad in everything. But the threat to us citizens is right in office right now, family. That person needs to go. That person is the one that needs to go, family. So make sure when you all go to them polls and vote wisely, okay? And really do some soul searching within and say to yourself, is this the person that you really want to lead your country, right? Although we got people in both parties who's both filled with corruption, both filled with corruption, family. But you all will see the real threat. I done told you all before, family. Before this person got into office, what ancestors gave me the revelation about, a lot of you all still went down there, ran down there, and voted, right, for this individual to get in office, and that's your call, right? I'm not trying to persuade anybody from voting for whoever they want because that's your choice, that's your vote, right? As long as you're happy making the decision that you made. You got to do what works for you and your family. Okay, so when you make the vote, do what you feel works for you and your family on a spiritual level. But then you have this person that got in office and did exactly what the ancestors said. They're gonna bring nothing but death to you. We seen the first part of that within that, you know what, that they was making people take, right? Putting it on the people, pushing it on the people to take the you know what, right? Bringing nothing but death to the people. Now, when you go back and you look and you see all of that stuff was lies, right? Ancestors told us from the beginning, they're using us as a guinea pig. They're using us as an experiment. They're bringing death to us. And I had some family, I understand your back was against the wall, so you did what you had to do. But I had some that they ran down there to do it just because. You understand? We pay for things that we put in our body, family. I know you all don't think that, but we pay the consequences for that. So just be mindful, family, when you run down there and you putting certain things in your body, okay? Even down to the foods that we're eating. We are paying for that, family, right? We pay for that. So I just want to make that clear, family. The real threat is already in office, okay? He's a reptilian. You understand, family, what's going on? That's going to fly over a lot of you all heads that's not really spiritually tapped in, family. But I don't care if I was a Democrat, I would not have voted for someone who I know is a snake, is a serpent, is a reptilian. You understand, family? So just be mindful of some things, right? Because sometimes we go against our better judgment because we like to follow the crowd. So I'm just going to put that out there because somebody needed to hear that message. Be mindful when you go to the polls to vote, family, right? Use discernment, meditate over some things before you give anybody your vote. Please do that, family. Make sure that they are spiritually equipped to do the job. So your intuition, your ancestors is telling you, go ahead and vote. Sometimes the ancestors say, don't put a vote in at all. You understand? But the choice again is yours, is your call, family. But choose wisely. Tiffany said everybody think it's staged, Miss T. Yeah, I know they would, right? I know they would think that that was staged. And it could have very well been staged. But I believe that Mr. Trump, I haven't tapped into that energy, but I haven't felt any energy that tells me that this man had staged it. And I would think that Mr. Trump is smarter, much wiser than that to stage something like that, right? For somebody to damn near blow his head off. I just I just don't see it. I'm sorry, I'm just not really picking that up. I would hate to believe that. But again, I haven't really tapped into it fully to really see what is going on. But you know, I'm just not picking it up. I'm just not, right? But needless to say, um, and I said this before, family. Um, when I spoke up regarding Mr. Trump, right? I got a lot of backlash. I got some backlash, right? Some of the spiritual family was upset that I was speaking up for President Trump, right? Because President Trump speaks his mind freely. He says what needs to be said. He might not politically say it the correct way, but we know that this man is speaking the truth. We know this man is speaking facts when he talk about it. And now we have people, they try to jumble up the things he's saying or try to make the mockery out of some things. Family, come on, stop it. All right. The threat that y'all having is in there right now. That's the threat. Look at what he did so far, and look at what he hasn't done so far. And look at where the people are right now. The people that look like me and the people who don't look like me. See how much he has done in your community, family. Really wake up and see what's going on. You understand? See what's going on. The ancestors already told me he's a reptilian. So, for one, he doesn't have my vote. That's for one. And I'm talking about the one that's in office right now. So I'm gonna leave that right there because I know I have a lot of family up here who is a part of the Democratic Party family. But just know, just because you're a part of the Democratic family, you don't have to vote Democratic either, right? You vote for who you feel is the best person for the job, okay? For you and your family, that's who you vote for. But let me know how it's working for you all and what they have done so far for your family. Please let me know because I like to hear that in the comment section. All right, family. So please share that. All right. Anybody who has voted for him, please tell me what he has done so far that was phenomenal in your community and your family. Just let me know. Right. So about shapeshifters, but it had a real dark shadow above him. Yes, and I believe that I even put my scry up, family, for a lot of you all to see as well. Right? We was doing a few of them, and he was one of them that transformed, and I believe that that is still up on Patreon. Okay, I believe he was the one that transformed into something, right? And we was looking like, what in the world? I believe that's still up there. I will have to look for it, right? And I'll bump it up so the family can see. He said he was a black woman. Yeah, he wished he was a black damn woman. He mean he's a black soul. We all know about those black souls, right? I talk about it. I say the black doesn't have anything to do with the the color of the people because a white person can be black, right, family? The black just tells you about the soul, is the sins that people in, right? So it's the secrets that people keep, and the sins that they're doing. That's all that is. That was never supposed to be placed on a group of people as a color that was never supposed to be as a race. Never, right? Neither is white. The black and white was for the divine in the sins. That's what that is for, right? Have nothing to do with the race of somebody's skin. Okay. Yes, very creepy, Tiffany says. Yes. Capri said, wow, not a black woman. That's some crazy work. Yeah. And this woman who look black because they call me black, right? Because of the complexion of my skin. But we all know that the black, it tells about the soul. It's about your soul, family, right? And I don't have a black soul. The amount of love that I put out there and the things, the work that I do, right? I'm far from a black soul. But this black woman don't claim him. I don't think so. He's not part of our tribe. That's for sure. Right? But yeah, he does have a black soul, right? He does have a black soul. So he probably was a black soul, a black woman, right? Back then. Because he could be any race and be a black woman. So I'm sure, right? But that's the soul, not the color of the skin, the soul. Like say he did say it. I knew about it on it, right? When he was telling black people that they wasn't really black if they didn't vote for him. The red flag was definitely flagging, but a lot of my people still went, voted for him. Yes, Capri, right? A lot of folks still went and voted for the reptilian that I already spoke about. And I said, the ancestors said, this man is a reptilian. Yeah. And that's the same one who had your best interest at heart, but made you go and get the jab, right? That's taking a lot of people out of here, but they're trying to deny it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You better believe it, family. You better believe it. I thought it was a joke until I came across the article. I rose gold. He said he wasn't right. Missy, you should look into his past life. Yes, I can do that as well. Yes, right. But ancestors done told me enough when they told me about him, and I actually looked at him not only in the scribe, but I see him on TV one day, and I had to do a double take, and I said, "Did this man just shape shift?" Although all shapeshifters are not is not a bad thing, family. Okay, so I want to make that clear. I want to make that very clear because we have some shapeshifters um, that's walking amongst us that's really doing a greater good. But yes, they are shapeshifting into different forms, right? To conceal their identity. So it's all about the energy that's behind what you're doing. Okay. So I want to get into that too, because I want to get into a lot of things, including like this things that family have been saying, like these warlocks and these witches, right? This is another thing that we need to get into because it's all see these witches and warlocks, these are just people who perfected their craft, family. I hope you all know that. It's the energy that's behind it. Okay. Just like me, I could operate out of a witch or warlock energy, right? If I'm tapping into my energy and getting very heavy in my rituals, I can operate out of that type of energy, but it depends on the energy I'm displaying. So I want you all to know that you have to be mindful of that, right? Because we tapping into energy every day to shift some events or shift some things or work prosperity in people's lives. That's tapping into energy. That's me mastering my craft. You understand? You could consider me a witch or a warlock because I've mastered my craft. There's a lot of things that I've mastered, family, and that's that's something else, family, that you all will know. Okay, there's a lot of things that I've mastered. A lot of things within my rituals, I've mastered that. Okay, so I've mastered my craft in a lot of areas in my life, family. Okay, um, but also, like I said, it's the energy that you putting out there. So if I'm performing something to bring prosperity or healing in someone's life, I'm doing the same thing, right? We're just on a different scale, but we are doing the same mastery. Okay, we are all tapping into energy. One thing for sure, you better stay prayed up in his world. You will not make it if you don't pray for your kids, pray for everybody that's connected to you. Just pray for the world and the whole. Oh yes, you better believe it. You better believe it, right? That is so true. This world is yeah. You all see what's going on, right, family? You got people going to rallies trying to blow your head off. You got people paying people, setting them up to do it. It's a lot of things that's going on. Some shapeshifters are protectors. Yes, yes, light. Yes, you got that right. hmm Because, like I said, some people shapeshift to conceal their identity. Family was. I was talking to family, some of the family, um, over the weekend, and one of the family we was talking about basically karma, right? About when somebody do a return to sender, right? Um, it went something like people were saying that if you do a return to sender, that basically karma coming your way heavy because you did a return to sender. Family, don't feed into that. That's a way. Let me tell you something. What that is. That's a way to get you to not tap into the spiritual side of you and protect yourself on a spiritual level. Because see, some people can't tap into energy to protect themselves spiritually, right? Some people, I can give them a formula and they won't even know how to begin to utilize that formula. You understand? I can throw some things out and you won't even know what to do with it. See, some people do not know how to spiritually protect themselves. So what they do is because they can't tap into energy or because they don't have the power of their ancestors behind them, they'll tell you not to tap into energy and don't do that because karma come your way because they can't do something that you can do. You are allowed to spiritually protect yourself. You are allowed to physically protect yourself at all times, family. So if somebody is throwing something your way, you are allowed to throw it right back to them without any repercussions. So I want you all to know that. And your ancestors will be behind your back 100%. You understand? I think I told you all the time where somebody at work was trying to do some, they making some faces or doing something behind my back. But I tell you, family, that it felt like eyes open up on the back of my back. Well, I had to pray for that individual. Well, that individual wound up in a hospital, family. I think I shared this with you all. That individual wound up in the hospital, right? But little did I know that I guess that night or that next day they wound up in the hospital after this whole ordeal happened, what they was doing behind my back. But It was led in my spirit that day when I got off of work to go home and pray. I just went to my altar. I dropped down to my knees, family, and I prayed because not only was I said, my goodness, what the hell was that? Right? Because I've never felt no energy like that. I've never felt nothing like that before. Okay. Now I don't felt some energies, but that energy was crazy. It was like my ancestors was ready to devour this individual for doing what they was doing behind my back. So needless to say, my prayers just combated everything that the ancestors was going after this person for. Right? So it pays to be obedient, and it's a good thing that I went and I prayed that day regarding that person. But another thing I want to say is, see, that was a return to sender, unbeknown to me. You understand what I'm saying? Without me even having to do anything, because sometimes I don't even have to do anything. I don't have to write nothing. I don't have. All I have to do is go and say what I have to say to my ancestors, and the ancestors make it happen. You are spiritually allowed to protect yourself, family. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. If somebody is doing something to you, you are allowed to send it right back to them. You think I'm going to stand there and let somebody spiritually attack me or my loved ones and I'm not going to do anything? You got to be kidding me. Or you think I'm going to let somebody come and slap on my children or punch me in my face and I'm not going to do anything? You have to be kidding me, family. You are allowed to spiritually and physically protect yourself. That's something that they want to place on people to not spiritually protect themselves. You know why? Because as long as they can do all the dirt and harm to you and you don't fight back, see, they always going to have the upper hand over you. And that's one thing that they did to our ancestors. They beat that in them, right? As long as the enemy kept hanging them, kept raping them, murdering, right? As long as the enemy kept doing that and they told them to continue to love their enemy, everything was good, right? Don't tap into no energy and fight back because spiritually, our ancestors could have fought back, right? On a spiritual level. Physically, if they didn't have the power spiritually, they could have. But see, that was a way to break you down spiritually. And now they want to come at this return to sender nonsense that if you send something back to someone, oh, your karma is going to be heavy. No, it's not. Your karma going to be heavy when I'm through with you, right? So when I'm through with you, if you think you're going to do something to attack me on a spiritual level, you're not going to get that dose back. You got another thing coming for you. So please, family, you are allowed to spiritually protect yourself. Okay? At all times. Ancestors has always said that. And you know why? When the ancestors say you are allowed to spiritually protect yourself and your loved ones, I see why now, right? Because that's what they force fed a lot of our ancestors to not fight back spiritually, to not fight back physically. And you see where it got them. They've been misled, they've been lied to. You understand? And the ancestors don't want them saying things that happen to you. So please, family, protect yourself. Protect yourself and your loved ones. Definitely protect yourself and your loved ones. You are allowed to, okay? Without any repercussions, you are allowed to. So yes, family, you can do that. Tiffany says exactly. Yes, how to spiritually protect yourself. Going after people to just go after them, that's a different thing. If you're just going after somebody to just hurt them for no reason at all, you're just wreaking havoc. Now that's something different, right? Because they're allowed to throw something back to you because they never did nothing to you. Now that's something different, family. But if somebody's doing something to you, oh, yeah. But I always say, family, make sure it's an eye for an eye. So make sure the punishment fit the crime, right? So we're not trying to kill nobody. We're not trying to kill anybody unless somebody trying to kill us. That's something different. But we're not trying to kill nobody, right? We're not trying to kill anybody because somebody stole something or you understand? Make sure it's an eye for an eye. Miss T, I messaged you on Patreon. Okay, Capri Queen, I have to get into that. I had a few folks that I was supposed to get to over the weekend, and I couldn't even get to them, family, right? But I'm gonna try my best to get to them over these next 2 days, okay? Because I know I'm kind of behind this next 2 to 3 days. Let's see, did you get my email? There were bones found that's being investigated to see if it's Alexis Weir. No, I didn't get that email. I'm still behind my email. I didn't get that. I'm praying, right, for closure, regardless of who bones that it may be. I'm praying that it brings closure and justice to somebody's family, right? This is awful. Um, but I think with Alexis, we already know what it was, right? What was going on there. Yes, Capri Queen, thank you for your understanding, but I will be getting to those emails, okay? So you should be getting a response to me in the next couple of days. Also, the mother that was missing, you did a reading on. I sent the update on her as well. Her body was found. I'm sorry to hear this too. Like, I don't remember what mother, right? I don't remember the mother, but I'm praying. Um, I know the ancestors have been working on me with my sight, with my gift of sight. I can see a lot of things, family, but I know that, because of the trauma, the things that I've seen over the years spiritually, right? I've blocked a lot of things out. I had to work hard to heal that spiritual eye. And I told the ancestors the other day, ancestors, bring it, right? I'm ready to see it all. And I know I just have to just be mentally, because it's a mental thing, right? It's a mental thing. Because all the things that we see is not pleasant, right? It's not pleasant. So on a spiritual level, I have to make sure that I'm just emotionally prepared for a lot of things. But I told the ancestors that I'm ready because I'm ready to dive in deeper to see the things that I need to see. One of the cases that I have been working on that I was able to tap in over the weekend, family, and actually see some things was Summer Wells, right? You all know, family, I have been working on that case and I'm backtracking a lot of my cases. Summer Wells is one of them. I had backtracked Summer Wells case and I've picked up. Oh, I don't have my book. I don't have my book right here in front of me, family, to tell you all the location where I picked it up, but I was able to see, family. I was actually able to navigate in that energy the way I wanted to. And I actually got like a whole layout of this area. And I said, okay, now, so I went to the when I spiritually seen what I have seen, this is something that I haven't seen before tapping into her energy. I went to the Google to punch in everything that I had seen, right? Everything that I was seeing spiritually. I went to Google. I said, okay, let me punch it in and let me see where it lead me to. And guess what, family? Exactly what I was describing before, family, when I was looking for Summer Wells. And I told you all what I was seeing. And I said, I keep seeing these plaques and they look like tombstones or something like down, but you can't really see because it's like laid flat down. But I could see them in different people's yards. Soon as I punched in what the ancestors showed me spiritually, I punched it in, and it took me straight to this area that had those plaques laid down on the ground in the people's yard. So I started. I'm just looking for the house now. I'm shifting. I'm navigating in there, but I found. a location. So I'm like, okay, I'm navigating, I'm learning to navigate in it much better because that was the energy that I was working on, trying to get close to something, trying to see a street, trying to see a house number. See, it's hard once you tap in and it's kind of like just say like astral projection or something. It's hard to navigate inside that energy. It's like you got to get a handle on that energy and actually navigate in there and look around. I remember when I kept saying ancestors bring me closer before, even though they was bringing me closer, it was like I couldn't get close enough. So and I was trying to get closer just so I could read the words, right? So I could read the words that I was seeing laid down on that stone. So it's kind of hard, family. I was able to get into someone's house that looked like I don't know that they could utilize this house for a vacation home, and I was trying to get a piece of mail. Family, do you all know how hard that is? That is. Let me tell you something. It's hard for me, family, and the reason why I'm gonna say it's hard for me is because I'm not a person that goes. Get into a place and look around. That's amazing, right? That's amazing that I can get into somebody's house on a spiritual level and look around. I've done it with some of you all. I've told you all what some of you all have in your closet, in your living room, right? I can see once I'm in it, but to navigate and try to get a piece of mail so I can read the address on the mail or come out of it and try to see an address. That is hard to manipulate that type of energy, family. That is hard. That is damn hard to do. But I have been trying to do it, right? To master that, I'm going to say. I'm not there yet, family. I'm far from that, right? But the little that I can see, family, I'm working with that. And the ancestors know that I try my best. I don't stop. I don't give up, right? I don't give up. I don't give up. So that's one thing. So that's something that I am working on as of now, right? Mastering that part of my spiritual journey because I can do so much, family. Like a lot of you all could do so much. It's just mastering your craft. Okay. So that's something that I'm working on mastering because I can see. I can if I'm tapping into somebody heavily and I'm looking, I can see where you are at, right? Like I can see what you're doing, what you may be laying on, you understand? I can see what you're doing. But it's like, okay, where is this place at? Now I need to navigate, I need the address, right? I need the location. I can see where you at, I can see some surrounding things, but I need that address. So that's what I'm working on, family. When I say I'm trying to navigate in the end, like get a piece of mail if I want up in somebody's house, that's what I'm trying to do, right? So yes, family. I know it can be done. I just have to learn how to master it. That's it. Because the ancestors always tell me I can do it. So once the ancestors give me the I can do it, I know I can do it. Right? I just learn to do it. And I said, once I slow things down the way I want to and pick up more of my spiritual journey the way I want to. So what I mean by that is, family, I do my spiritual work part time and I really want to do it full time. And I believe once I start doing it on a larger scale, it will give me more time vested into my spiritual path that I can just focus on certain things. So that's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to get to now, right? In my life. I'm trying to get to that point in my life to just do that. Right now I can't do that because I have a lot of responsibilities in my life. Okay. Outside of a spiritual level. Okay. But my spiritual is always number one. Okay. That's always number one. But I have a lot of obligations, family. But once I start to get where I need to get to, things is going to change. Right? Things is going to change. truth. Okay, okay. So, okay, I remember that. Um, so he was able to speak and talk about some things. Like, what was one of the things he said? What happened in there? I'll look for the article if you can't put it in here in the comment section, because that's something interesting that I wanted to know. So yes, family, it's a lot goes on with our spiritual path, depending on what your what's your main thing within your craft, because although all of us is on a spiritual path, we all have certain things that we focus on within our path. So we all may just work on, just say, on our cards, we may perfect that's what we just focus on. Some of us may tap into some other energy, we may just work on scrying, that's all we do. That's me. I do it all. I do a variety, right? From rituals to readings to I do it all. Okay, so I don't have one area. I'm versatile. Okay, and if it's something that I'm interested in and I need to know, especially for my victimized cases, trust me, I'm going to perfect it. And that tapping into energy, navigating inside of an energy, that's one thing I'm going to perfect. I'm going to master that. So that's what I'm working on, family. Just sharing that with you all. Yes, Miss T, he gave understanding on where her body was, and you were spot on, Miss T. Yeah, yeah, I said a few things. I gotta go back and listen to what I said, but family, I know I seen somebody covering her up. I saw the TV on. I saw the TV go off, right? And then I saw somebody cover, like went and pulled sheets over somebody, right? Went and pulled something over somebody. So it lets me know that, something's going on in there, right? Somebody had that TV volume going for a reason, and then when it's done, they turn it off. So it's some things, right, family? It's some things that go on. I just wish, excuse me, I just wish I knew how to sketch, how to draw. But maybe that's a good thing, right? Maybe that's a good thing that I don't really know how to sketch or draw. Because that could be for my own protection, right? Because honey, I'll be blowing it up, honey. I have everybody's sketches out there. Yep, this is the person. Here they go, right here. Right? So maybe that's a good thing. So I always take everything as a blessing, right? If I don't have it now, if I don't get it later, that's okay, right? The ancestors don't want me to have it. That's it. But I don't think sketching is for me. I tried it. My grandbaby sketched better than me. I gave her all my sketching material that I bought to do the online class. Family, I can't sketch. I tried. I tried. I couldn't. I said I don't know. It's not for me, family. Um, I could probably call out some features on a person and stuff, but I don't think me drawing it. No, mm, no, that's can't. But I'm gonna get off of here, family, because I gotta get my day started. But like I said, family, if anybody want to volunteer for me to do the wheel on them, please send me an email, okay, and I'll get back to you in the email. But just know that it's going to be public, okay, because I have some family that I'm teaching. So, and I mean, I don't put your, but just know that the things that's going to be, revealed, that's going to be public, okay. And I'm trying to see how I would do it, because I do want to get the family, whoever I'm going to utilize for volunteer. I would love to get you up on a panel like on here, and we could talk about everything, and you can ask me questions, and I could tell you things as well. So I would love to do it like that. So I want to just vest my time into the volunteer that I'm gonna utilize, right? So you can ask me any questions about your life. I'm gonna tell you everything. and you can ask anything. So that's how I would like to have it done. That's the setup that I'm aiming for. All right, family. So just to let you all know, and you don't have to put your face on, right? You could be off the camera, but I would like to at least hear your voice and you can talk about some things. All right, family. So that's the goal. That's the goal for anybody who want to volunteer. All right. But I'm gonna get off of here, family. Um, and we can also see the shifts, right? I could also see the shifts that's going on in your life as well. So that's the good thing about it, right? Um, because these are things you need to know. You're gonna need to know these things. And you all who's listening now, who's not volunteering, but when you see the volunteer, you'll understand why you would need to know these things. You'll understand, right? And that's why I utilize volunteers is a teaching, right? I use it for learning purposes. So you learn from the volunteer. You'll learn. All right, family. So I'm gonna get off of here. Love you all, family. I want you all to have a prosperous day. Like I said, I'll try to get up here today after work. If not, family, I will be I'll probably be here for Tuesday, okay? Because I have to do Tuesdays insight anyway with the family. So you all will see me Tuesdays insight. All right, family. I want you all to have a prosperous day. Good day, family. Happy week. And my birthday is this Saturday. Happy birthday, Tiffany. All right, family. Love you all. But I'll probably be up here before Saturday as well, Tiffany. But just in case if I forget, happy birthday. Love you all, family.